Welcome to the first episode of Poshmark's new series, Restyled, where we're going to bring you the monthly insights of what's trending on Poshmark and how you can apply those to your closet as both a seller and a shopper. I'm Isabel from the social media team here at Poshmark, and I'm your host. Thank you. We got some support in the audience here at PMHQ, so thanks, guys. To kick off this series, today I have two of our incredible team members from Team Posh from the merchandising team. First up, we have Chelsea. Hey, Chelsea.
Hello.
So excited to have you. Round of applause for the stylish girl.
Thank you, guys.
You look so cute. I'm
Thank
so
you.
excited to talk to you about trends.
Yeah.
Are you wearing any trends today that we're going to talk about?
I am. Yeah, spoiler alert. I am wearing 3 trends that are, 2 of them are for a trend called Eclectic Grandpa, which I'm really excited to get into. And then one is kind of like Girlhood Core, which is also one of my favorites.
One of my favorites too.
Yeah.
I have my ballet flats on, so I'm leaning into the girlhood for sure.
Love it.
Excited to get into that with you.
Yeah, thank you for having me. I'm excited to talk about everything. So first off, we wanted to talk about Eclectic Grandpa. Last year we had Coastal Grandma. This year we have Eclectic Grandpa. So we're really just raiding Grandma and Grandpa's closets here.
Family reunion.
Family reunion, yeah. Yeah, we know what you're going to be doing during this year's family reunion. So what you're looking for in your grandpa's closet and or on Poshmark.
Yes.
Funky vintage sweaters. So just like the funkier patterns, the better. Sweater vests, like heavier, like knit sweater vests, like the classic V-neck, cable knit sweater vests. Classic oversized button-up. So one of ones that I'm wearing right now, like stripes are really, really fun. Pattern mixing is really fun. Oversized, the better. It's just like such a fun layering piece. And then we have loafers and fun socks. This is funny and like very specific because we have seen loafers trending for the last couple of years, and this is very specific to the socks element of it.
It's so funny because my grandpa, every time he crosses his legs, you can see his socks,
Yes.
and he has like stripes and like argyle and just like crazy statements, and I feel like it's really leaning into that like funk element of the Eclectic Grandpa.
And then one of the last trends that I want to highlight is going to be pleated skirts, which I have one on right now.
Yes.
It's very like schoolgirl vibe, but it's also, we're going to see a lot of plaid and like wool plaid skirts, pleated skirts in 2024. Next, we want to talk about oversized and exaggerated. So oversized and exaggerated trend is what we're seeing, and it's just kind of related to the silhouettes that people are wearing. So we have, obviously, low waist has come back, whether we like it or not.
Please don't.
I know it's come back, and it's here to stay. I'm afraid.
I think so too.
I think that there are ways to incorporate it that's not so scary. I think that people are wearing a little bit of baggier bottoms, so like low waist, like baggier jeans, is one way that I feel like it's not as scary to approach.
Totally.
And then so the last one for oversized and exaggerated trend, peplum tops.
Scary.
I know. Yeah, I want to talk about it because it's not the same old peplum top from the 2010s.
I'm thinking of like the neoprene, like neon green.
No, we're looking at a different style. So this style, I think why peplum tops continue to come back is just like the feminine figure. Like I think accentuating your waist is just always going to be super
100%.
flattering.
What do you guys think about peplum tops coming back? Are you scared? Are you down? Are you seeing it in cool new ways? Do you have peplum styles in your closets? Let us know in the comments. We want to hear.
Did anybody keep their peplum tops from before?
Yes.
And are
Do
they
you have
still
the
gonna work?
OGs that you can list? Let us know.
Next, we want to talk about statement shoes and accessories. So we're really seeing accessories take more of a center stage on the outfit, and like it's always been something like where you look at yourself in the mirror on the way out. There's a saying like take one thing off because or like add one thing.
Add one thing, yeah.
Yeah.
I think add one thing.
Let's
make it that.
That's the phrase. But we want to add an accessory, or the accessories are taking center stage. Kind of like what I talked about earlier with like socks becoming more of a talking point for an outfit or a sticking point for an outfit. Accessories are doing the same thing. So with sneakers, we saw the Onitsuka Tigers really take off this last year. I know that you have a pair that
I love
you found on
them.
Poshmark.
I literally wear them every day.
The silver ones, which are a rare find, I feel like, these days.
Found them on Poshmark.
Nice. This year we're thinking gazelles, but also pumas. More so, the sneaker is not going anywhere, and it's definitely being used as a statement. Animal print bags is one thing that I'm really excited about. I've already like found a couple on Poshmark. Zebra print, giraffe print, whatever print, animal like I've seen patchwork.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
animal print bags. There's some old Coach patchwork print animal
Love.
print bags that are so fun. And
So much good vintage Coach, like
so
secondhand coat on Coach on Poshmark.
Yeah, definitely. Those are definitely
I
going to
think
be...
this is one. I
Oh
don't
my
know if any
gosh,
of the cameras
right.
can see it, but it's very Y2K.
You're right, yeah. So the next trend that we're really going to be talking about today is fashion peekaboos, is what I call it.
Fashion peekaboos.
Fashion peekaboos. We're layering a lot of like sheer items. So mesh and sheer silhouettes and layering those on top of each other is really like what we're seeing. Like chunky cutouts. So fun, like futuristic like tops with like a shoulder cutout. Just more playing with like the silhouette and figuring out like where those cutouts are. Large weave knits. So think just like mega weave knit. I don't even know like, how to
the thread is literally giant.
The thread is giant. Yeah. And you see that also like within crochet, like seeing through the crochet piece and like I don't know, just playing with different textures. Yeah. We're seeing like a lot of hand crocheted pieces.
Okay, I'm gonna check
show
that
up
out.
on that. So you definitely should.
I'm checking that out.
Check that out. Yeah. And any of our crochet enthusiasts out there, definitely list your stuff and mark it as handmade.
Comment actually so we can shop.
Yeah, exactly. I want to go to your closet directly. We're also seeing mesh, and we're seeing it specifically within shoes. So the classic ballet flats that were everywhere last year, we're seeing mesh versions of those ballet flats, and it's where you can see your toes through it, and it's also there are like some sporty versions of mesh. Like I don't know if you can see it, but there's like kind of mesh on my shoes here, and so just like mesh on different categories or like different products than you would normally see it is definitely going to be trending for this next year.
Amazing. Excited about that.
Yeah. So then our last trend that we're going to be talking about is Girlhood Core. So this is really an evolution of ballet core. Ballet core took over everywhere this past year. I feel like I was seeing bows on everything.
People were just memeing anything with a bow on it. Like if you even care. This is me if you even care.
People are commenting.
Everything had a bow.
So many bows.
Yes.
So we're seeing the evolution of that is Girlhood Core, just really like celebrating girlhood. Anybody who saw the Barbie movie probably fully gets it now. We all have this like commonality here of like going through girlhood together and like what that looks like, and so really embracing femininity through that. Just more ultra feminine silhouettes and fabrics like lace, silks, sheer, ballet flats are going to be staying. You got them right here.
Got them in the satin.
In pink. Yeah. Everything typical, like, girly.
That makes you think of like girlhood and your childhood.
Yeah, exactly. Bows are still going to be here. It's going to be less obvious and like less like big hair bows and more so like bow details on pieces. Bow dress, that search term was actually up 90% recently for demand in the month of December, and so we're definitely like there's still demand for bows. We want to know like which of these trends you're most excited to try, whether you're going to buy them or list them. Definitely sound off in the comments on what you're excited about.
Drop it in the comments. We want to hear from you.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much, Chelsea. This has been so fun.
I know, I agree.
I already feel like I want to go shopping on Poshmark.
Yeah, exactly.
So the wheels are turning on like, what am I going to look for next? It's dangerous. Working at Poshmark is just dangerous in general for that reason.
Amen.
But you've really inspired me. So thank you so much for coming.
Of course. I'm excited to hear about the men's trends coming up.
Excited to have you guys all tune into this next section. Everyone, sound off in the comments. Show Chelsea some love for joining us today. Thank you, Chelsea.
Thank you.
You killed it. You're a natural.
Thank you,
and hopefully we'll have you on again soon.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Cool. So that was Chelsea from our merchandising team. Next up, we're going to bring in EJ, who heads up our men's merchandising side of the house here at Poshmark. And he's going to talk us through some of his bets for the men's trends of 2024. Drum roll, please, for EJ. Woohoo! Hey, what's
Nothing
up?
much. How
Love
are
this
you?
fit.
Oh, I tried. Thank you so
Looking
much.
good. Can you tell us about your outfit?
I kind of went a little more of a Gorpcore / streetwear-esque. You know, I got since it is a little like bad, crappy weather in the Bay Area, it is pretty cold. I
Pouring.
got some Arc'teryx on, double piece right here. And yes, I do hike. So don't get that twisted.
Yes.
All right. Got a W-tap hoodie, some waterproof Huff cargos, and for all you hype beasts out there, I got some Supreme Black Lows.
Ooh.
What's up? If you know, you know.
If you know, drop some comments in the comment. Awesome. Thank you. We're so excited to have you on Restyled and excited to hear your kind of bets for 2024.
Yeah, honestly, personally, I really think 2024 is going to be one of the most fashion forward years for men's fashion. You know, like some styles that you're very familiar with, but added with a kind of different twist to it. So kind of just to start things off, I know with Chelsea, she was talking about the Eclectic Grandpa.
Yes, my
right?
favorite.
So definitely for the men's side, I really think it's more of a, how I would say it, like a postmodern prep. So definitely have more of the fun side of things. So if you think of plaid wool blazers, felt wool jackets, and even with the loose tailored pants, with the trousers and everything, with the front crease. And then what's really cool about this, I really think this whole take of adding sneakers to your fit to kind of to have it youthful, you know? So I think that's pretty sick. So even seeing that striped button downs and even adding a vintage watch. The top things off, I really think the cardigans are really such an approachable way to get into this trend, If you look right now, there are some really cool vintage mohair cardigans to kind of get you on top of this trend right now. Also too, kind of to think of this whole postmodern prep, I really think this, what is it? The popularity of last year of stealth wealth.
Yeah.
Right? And so we're seeing shows even putting it on suits or even Succession?
quiet luxury.
Yeah. Succession really put that on.
Oh, I love Succession.
I never watched it.
It's so good. You gotta watch it.
So yeah, this style right over here is really dialing in this whole white collared corporate style that we're seeing. We're seeing a lot of suit and ties. We're seeing pinstripe outfits. Think of it like a 1950s Don Draper from Mad Men, right? Mad Men, so that type of style.
The blueprint.
Yes, that is the blueprint, So even for shoes wise, we're seeing don't be afraid to mix it up with brown leather loafers or dress shoes, and even for the proper layering piece for this type of style, a double-breasted wool coat. Just to kind of segue into things, this trend really it's probably one of my favorite trends as of since 2020, and that's Gorpcore.
I can see from what you're wearing.
And for people who don't know what Gorpcore is, think of hiking gear, anything you can wear out the outdoors, help you kind of sleek meets fashion type of thing.
We saw the big boom of Solomon's last year. I feel that was really what piqued people's interest and kind of was the gateway drug for some people into the Gorpcore trend.
Yeah, we're really seeing this whole we're seeing a lot of brands like North Face and Moncler increase a good amount of popularity throughout since Gorpcore has been around, right?
Wow.
Yeah, so even brands like Arc'teryx, we're seeing they even have this whole fashion line Valence.
Wow.
Kind of has a lot more of a sleeker utilitarian look to it, kind of like a lifestyle aspect of things. So however, with this whole Gorpcore look of things, we're kind of seeing really in your face. I really think that that style is going to go into more of a minimalist look. So for example, hidden pockets, with my badge in there.
Yes.
Or nylon, really nylon cargos, very thoughtful designs,
utility in a way that isn't so obvious. It's not super outdoorsy.
Yeah.
And taking those elements of utility into your everyday life.
Oh, for sure. And even for vests wise too, we're seeing fishing cargo vests, and even one of my favorite pieces, which is the micro puffer jacket. I know that Patagonia made this very popular, especially since it's
the retro.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, how do you even say it?
Oh, the North Face Nupsy.
Nupsy.
Yeah,
I like Nupsy. I'm like, how do you say that?
Nupsy. But yeah, I really like that jacket. But it's
Yeah.
like so, big, right? It's like
Yeah.
a very 90s hip hop type of look. But Patagonia and Arc'teryx are really they're really diving into this whole like micro puffer where you could easily stuff it in like a jacket. So you're good to go.
I feel like with the puffers moving from the big old retro North Face puffers into this more like sleek look. We're also seeing the same thing with sneakers, like that chunky sneaker moving more into the more sleek Onitsuka. Everything's the kind of like proportions and silhouettes are changing so much year over year. Are you seeing that too?
Oh, don't get me started on proportion play. Yes. I swear, like proportion, textures, and patterns, that's going to be a real big thing where people are going to start to feel free to experiment. We're seeing like more of like the cropped pieces, like crop tops. Not crop tops so your belly button of that sort, but, just more of a boxier like shirt, or even like, heck, even like in spring, we're gonna see more of the short shorts, which is really too short for me. But if just do
Teach
you.
their own.
Yeah, just do you. It's
I love
not really
them.
much. And also too, like I think with like textures, we're seeing a lot of like Sherpa or tweed, and for even prints, right? We're gonna like see like animal prints, and again, I know it's kind of hard for guys to really like deviate from their norm, but try on like a leopard print sweater or something like that, and if it doesn't float your boat, do what you want to do. You could also go with herringbone. There's nothing wrong with that.
I love herringbone as well. An OG.
Yeah, for sure. It's a good go-to.
Love it. And are there any like animal prints for 2024 that you're excited about?
So leopard for sure. I would say since this is a wild call out. Since this year is the year of the dragon, I am gonna expect to see like full on Y2K dragon prints.
Totally.
Like something that we used to see, like I don't know, something from like Fast and the Furious back in the day. So it's gonna
or like Ed Hardy vibes.
Yeah.
I love it. Amazing. Well, thank you so much for chatting. This has been so much fun. So great getting all your insights and bets for 2024. And excited to have you on again. This has been such a fun episode 1 of Restyled.
Oh, for
You're
sure.
a pro.
Oh, thank you.
I think we make a great team. What do you guys think?
I think so too.
Sound off in the comments.
Yeah.
Awesome. So you can find all of the trend links for things that we've talked about in today's video in the description. Don't forget to like, subscribe, all the things to stay up to date on the next episode. And until next time, we'll see you then. Woo! Bye, guys.